Unboxing today, guys. How are you doing? And we are unboxing the FT1000 M8 unit, the wind turbine that is 48 volts this time. 1.5 kilowatts is what the wind turbine producer manufacturer claims it to be. I tend to say that this is 1 plus kilowatts, so to say, 1.1, 1.2. I mean, it can go even up to 2 and 3, as you may see and find on the YouTube videos, right? But I mean, I don't care about the peaks. We should be like more nominated, more interested about some values that you can normally reach within some normal winds like 10 meters per second and not more. So yeah, given the wind wheel size, it is a 1 kilowatts plus a little bit model. So let's go unbox and check what's inside. So the open box greets us with the very interesting resolution for a bigger size, right? The thing is that probably they didn't have the normal box, and they just had to apply the extension to the standard one, whatever. Anyways, I mean that's a solution. Why not? What do we have here on top? Because well, this is obviously the top. Where are these markings? Let me check. Yeah, here is the marking that this is the side up. So what do we have here? We have the blades, we have the instruction and the manual, short and quick installation guide and a longer manual. I mean, the manual is, as always, is kind of useful for the beginners, for someone who really is just like getting to know with the wind turbines. I mean, that's probably the best one to start, not too heavy yet. But already a good one. So, well, the blades, we'll be definitely measuring them. But so far, what I can say, the blades are of exactly the same type and structure as it used to be on the other units. M5, for example, specifically that I have been unboxing. And I mean, there is this sign of onward direction. The blade is obviously made of plastic. It's not something like really crazy. So, of course, you may get a little bit of damage while transportation. There is nothing critical with that yet. But I mean, it's overall good. So let's measure the size and go on further. Okay, guys, and let's take the proper measurements. So first of all, the overall size, the overall dimension. And that is 108 centimeters, which is true to the specifications. They haven't lied about it. Let's now measure the thickest and the thinnest part of the blade, because this is also something that is important. Okay, so the thinnest part is 55 mil, and the thickest is 17 centimeters, the distance. And well, what else? We have to measure the weight. So this is zeroed right now, so 000 kilograms. And I'm putting on the blade here so it doesn't touch anything. And we have 1.775 kilograms for one blade. Which makes me think that it's probably not the plastic, or maybe, yeah, well, it looks like plastic, because plastic is something that is made that makes it heavy. So yes, that must be it. So what next? Okay, the box is out. I mean, the blades part, right? Tail has got a sticker, same as one on the box. That place, you have seen it already. And I mean, seriously, the trouble that I already see with this wind turbine, and I've been telling you this already on the M5 unit, which I have over there, the tail and the tail plate. So, tail length should be literally doubled, and the tail plate size should be also, in my opinion, doubled. So, like, think whatever you can do, like remove this. I've been showing you this, how I did it on M5. That was not enough, obviously. And right now it has the self-made extender, which is kind of awfully looking. But I mean, I'm waiting for a nice weather, because you see how much snow do we have. It's really not comfortable. And the temperature is freezing. It's freezing. It shows -8, -9 right now, but that's not true, because the sun was actually lighting on this one. So literally there is like -14, 15 at this exact moment. But I mean, I'm waiting for the better weather to make some modifications to my unit, but this one will definitely require these changes as well. So lengthening the tail rod and increasing the tail plate is something you have to do on your own. Why Chinese don't do this, don't do the proper sizing on the like factory-made unit? I think that's because of the box. That's because they pack it in a single, so-called single packaging. That is why they save a lot on logistics for you. But I mean, eventually you have to think how to change this, because this is not going to work well in most wind conditions at any time. No, it won't. It just won't. So, like, believe me, and this is something that you have to do your homework. Okay, let's take a look. What else do we have here? So here is the hub. The hub is aluminum cast with the thread applied already for the blades. And there is a tail plate. So this hub is a flat one, so no tilt like on L series. This one is flat one, and well, I mean that's just the tack that they used. They have the flange, the extra flange that you weld to the pipe to the end of your tower. There is a cone, still a plastic one. Yes, that's a plastic, definitely thick plastic, but still a plastic. Anyways, and the set of bolts and nuts. A set of bolts and nuts, which is flange ones, blade ones, and the bigger one. We have this press washers. So that's for the cone, to fixate the cone onto that side on the generator. So let me take this out, and we will measure how much does it weigh. And what I'm curious about is the size of a gen. Specifically, I'm measuring this internal part, and this is 145 millimeters. That is quite a lot. I believe this is like way more than there. I haven't been taking the measurements on my M5 unit, but M8 is definitely so much bigger indeed. There on M5 inside, there was the rotors and starter size. I mean, the size of the electrical part was 4 centimeters only. That's like this tiny. Literally, and you see how much extra space do we have here. So I mean, obviously, I believe there has to be at least like 6 centimeters, maybe even 8. I don't know, because 8 centimeters is something that we have already on the L series. On that one, on the FT1000, there we have 8 centimeters. That's a bigger unit. Here we have not 8, we have 10 centimeters of internal electrical parts, and that's a lot. And well, that's, I mean, I don't know. I am curious to see what's inside. If the owner of this unit, because this is my friend's units, if the owner will allow to open it, I will just like do this and then apply a sealant later on, because you can clearly see that the sealant here is applied on this side and here in between. So I believe this gen is ending here and starts like here, so it can be detached in full. So might be, I am not sure yet, might be that it has a double bearing, because that one, the M5 one, was still on a single bearing, and that's a disadvantage, honestly. Here, probably we are going to face the double bearing, but I'm really curious. I don't know. I don't want to do a false claim for you. The last thing that I didn't mention is about the wires. Wires look very thin. Literally, they look very thin. And well, I mean, they are just like this. But obviously, this will be enough for 25 amps of current, alternative current, of course. But don't expect for it to go more, because I mean, this unit is literally like designed to run maybe 1.5, maybe 1.6 kilowatts and not more. Some people are managing to get more out of them on peak values, but literally. Then you have to do the hard changes to this unit inside, because I mean everything is not accounted for that, so that's not for that kind of production. So just like you have to know. So some of you may know, like I will do the free of charge advertising for this guy, Free Energy Home, the Polish guy who uses these kind of similar generators, but he uses the M5 ones, the smaller ones, and he modifies them heavily to achieve like enormous production. This one is bigger from the factory in terms of gen specifically. So you can here, I believe, apply a much bigger wind wheel, not the one that is supplies from factory, but you have to think how will you apply it here. So that's really something that is different. Yeah, anyways, let me take it out and do the measurements. How much does it weigh? So that's the weight of it. I mean, the whole unit, it doesn't touch any floor. The whole unit is on this. 21.66 kilograms. That's for M8 unit without blades, hub, bolts, nuts, whatever. I mean, if you will add them, you will likely end up to 30 plus kilograms, because you have seen how much one blade is 1.8 kilograms almost. And I mean, there is a hub, flange, and bolts, and etc. So that is also giving you a mass. So 30 easily. No issues with that. So yeah, that's a good way. And it was not that hard to disassemble it, because, well, the guys thought about this, and easily you just take out two screws which were connecting and joining this kind of panel, which has these brushes which are spring based, so it will be literally working for a long period of time without any issues, working with the slip ring that is applied here. And well, slip rings seriously, because from inside they have the three cables that go out of the generator. And I mean, what I can see so far, clearly under the hood, I mean, there is a hell lot of a wire applied there. And it's kind of thick. We will, of course, take it out and I will do the measurements properly. But so far, I can tell you that it's 12 poles indeed. And it has double bearing. One bearing is there and one is at the bottom. So I'm already out of that bearing. So I will just let me remove the rotor, and I will show you everything else. Okay, it was not that easy, guys, but I mean, using some set of levers, I managed to do this because, well, this thing is quite big. Take a look. 7 centimeters. That's the size of a magnet. And I mean, 25 mil and 5 millimeters thickness and 70 millimeters length. That's a lot. And the total rotor diameter is 110 mil. Well, obviously that one is slightly less because there are gaps that has to be, like, once it spins, it cannot, like, of course, touch the metal wire. And well, here, if we will take a look, it will be absolutely same 7 centimeters. I don't know if you're able to see this or not. And the only thing that, well, what I have to mention, this is 1 centimeter less than the FT1000 unit, that one. And that is 3 centimeters more than the M5 unit, that one. And also 1 centimeter more than the Ukraine self-made one. There it's 6 centimeters. Okay, guys, and probably one of the most interesting parts is measuring how thick the wire is used here. So, I mean, it's zeroed, literally. I cannot, like, move it way forward. Okay, let me take the measurement as, like, neatly as I can. I mean, I've been measuring the M5 unit, and there it was 0.8 something, and here it's 1 something. Let's say 1, because I'm not, like, pretending to be the 100% truth. Here, 1 mil is the thickness of this wire that is in use in the 48 volt, 48 VAC gen of the M8 model. And well, so what I can say, this unit is definitely good. So far, from what I see from the disassembly, this is very good. This is so much better. I would say even twice as better than my current M5 unit that I have over there. We have no wind, so it's hit and duck. But anyways, this has got a lot of potential. Double bearing, this is very serious. This allows you to improve this model way further. Absolutely nice and neat design. Easy assembly. Disassembly allows you to play around with it as much as you want. And I mean, even the factory made one will be able to give you some kind of production. Aside of the fact that, I mean, the blades are not the best ones, definitely, but they are good enough for the start. And before you find anything better, I would say that this unit needs 2.5, maybe up to 2.8 meters diameter wind wheel, and then it will go so much better, so much faster, with way better results, and even reaching 1.5 kilowatts easily, and even more. So, well, subscribe for more. We will be trying to launch this, but that video will be on my friend's channel probably. I will think of using some kind of, I don't know, there is currently this procedure called so-called collaboration in YouTube, so probably we will do this. with him, so you will be also able to see how this exact unit, this exact gen, that exact blades, how they will go in his location. But he needs to finish the tower first, and there is a lot of preps. And like, I mean, seriously, how can you do the concrete in this kind of weather when we have -15? You're not able to even to do the digging properly. So we'll probably have to wait a little bit until this is done. Yeah, thanks. Please subscribe for more, like this video, and see you later.